All right, good morning, traders. Today is January 22nd, 2024. My name is John Kerrigan. I moderate the BYOB trading room. My SPY pivot this morning, 478.20. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. SPY just broke through Friday, made brand new all-time highs. Nice work, SPY. So markets incredibly bullish right now. All of the Fab 5 produced daily candles that made higher highs and higher lows than the previous day. IWM closed the day inside the bearish 3/8 trap. That's the outlier. Although it did put in an up candle with a higher high and a higher low. All right, SPY, QQQ, Diamond Dow, and FNGU closed over the bullish 3/8 trap, over the 17 EMA trend indicator. Gold remains bullish, but it's closed the day in the bearish 3/8 trap under the 17 EMA trend indicator. Silver remains bearish and in a downtrend, closing another day below the 3/8 trap. The bearish 3/8 trap, and below the 17 EMA trend indicator, and below the daily downtrend line. USO is breaking out over the downtrend, closing a daily candle above the bullish 3/8 trap, and above the 17 EMA trend indicator, and above the downtrend line. So we got possible direction change here on USO. So getting it now kind of at the lows. We'll see what happens. All right. UNG trades a fourth day under the midpoint of the daily uptrend down to the 520 level. I think it's opening up at 499 this morning. US dollar index maintains its daily downtrend, closing 4 days in a row under the flat 200 since it spiked it. So let's go take a look at some charts this morning. Let's take that out of the way. All right, here's the SPY. So let me go to the daily candle right here. So here's yesterday's daily candle producing all brand new all-time highs for SPY, higher low and a higher high. Now we're gapping up this morning. Now I have some trend lines that actually are pretty strong because they go back, well, almost 2 years. Some of them go back longer than that. You can see this one right here. This one we're coming into today goes back to, well, 2019. And let me see if I can get it to go back further. It goes back to all the way back to 2015 right there. I'll call it 2018. I don't see any touches over here. All right, so this is the one we're coming into today, right here. All right, 484.30. I would expect this to be strong resistance. We'll see how it acts when we get up there. We're not too far from it right now in the pre-market. Let's take a look back at the daily chart so you can see where we're at right here. Like to see it spike it. Nice. We'll see what happens. A nice spike of this, and then watch for. I would expect there to be some sort of a bull flag if they wish to transition over the top of it. All right, so I expect I'd like to see a spike. Don't know if we'll get it, but if we do get up there, I'd like to see us at least bull flag on top of it and stay up there for probably, like to say, at least a week, because that is one strong trend line. It goes back to, what did I say, almost 2015. That's a 5-year trend line right there that we're coming into this morning in the pre-market. So SPY putting in a bull flag consolidation since the 18th of December. And a month later, now we're getting a breakout here. So we'll see what happens, all right? So I'm interested in putting on, if I see some downtrend, a bear call credit spread, up over this. Probably close to 500 would be my strike, my short strike, if possible. We'll see what happens. It all depends on how far out I want to go and how much premium they're willing to give me. But there's SPY. All right, so I wanted you guys to see that. There it is on a blank chart. Right there. So this is 480. This is the all-time high. And I'm also interested in seeing how 480 acts as support since we're up over it. But keep in mind, we've only been up over it one day. I mean, we could get a bear 180 today and send us packing back down. So I'm interested in seeing what happens there as well. So there's SPY. Let's take a look at QQQ. QQQ setting all brand new all-time highs yesterday Friday as well. Higher low, higher high, moving up nicely. FNGU putting in new yearly highs, new high for the year, new high for last year. Not all-time highs. All-time highs are way over here, up around 504. I might as well just put a line in there, right up there. All right, so all-time highs at 494, 4. See what we got. Yeah, 502, 503, way up there. So we're only halfway there. So FNGU in an uptrend, you can see higher lows, putting in higher highs, and another higher low puts in a higher high. So FNGU still in the uptrend. Diamond Dow put in brand new all-time highs also yet on Friday. All right, so we got a movement up, a bull flag consolidation for I'd say about a month and a half there, and then we break out to new all-time highs right up there. Nice bull flag. That should provide a nice bit of support if we can get up on top of it and start moving more in the right and on the another bull flag over to the right. So we'll see what happens with Diamond Dow. Hope this isn't a false breakout. Now IWM has not been much help for this breakout, but IWM putting in higher lows and higher highs all the way up to here, and we broke major support right here. We came down here and we hit the minor support of this consolidation right here, and you can see we bounced back up to the trend line. Well, not back up to, the trend line. Let's put a trend line in there. And not quite to the trend line, but back up to the 8 EMA. Now we'll see if it can transition over that downtrend line or if it's going to come back and check minor support again. But there's IWM getting a little bounce on Friday. So you can see got a higher low, higher high, but still closed inside the bearish 3-ace trap and under the trend indicator and under the downtrend line. So we'll see what happens. They just hit minor support. What we like to see after hitting minor support is them run off and make new highs. We'll see what happens with IWM. It'd have been nice if they participated on Friday, but nonetheless, it was a great day. All right, so let's take a look at USO. Here's crude oil. I'm going to just move this out of the way for right now. All right, got a double bottom here and a double bottom here. All right, so we've got a higher double bottom than the previous double bottom. We have a downtrend line that's being violated right here. We've got a rubber band candle that's also been violated. All right, so right now we're in a flag formation on the bigger time frame. On the shorter time frame, we're kind of in a bull flag. This would be a bear flag in the bigger time frame. In the shorter time frame, we are in a bull flag up and over to the right. Not much of a flagpole. We've got one long flag here. But I think this is getting ready to participate in the uptrend. We'll see what happens. Crude oil, be nice if the energy sector could get on board. So there we are with USO. Looks like it's transitioning to a possible new uptrend. And then again, remember UNG, I mean, UNG consolidated in a bear flag for like 8, 9 months. So, we'll see what happens here. Not the USO could do the same thing. Just bear flag for 8, 9 months. So there's USO. I think it's transitioning. No clear sign yet. If we broke that high, that would definitely strike my interest as an uptrend, because that would be a higher low and a higher high right there. Now, in regards to the midpoint, right there, you can see we're up over the midpoint at this time. All right, but this is this Friday candle. That's not quite the rubber band candle yet. This is still attached. This could be classified as a weak rubber band candle, only because it's been a while since we spiked up there. So we'll see what happens. If we can get back up over that rubber band candle, we could have something going. Let's take a look at UNG. Here's UNG pulling back to, oh my gosh, 495 early in the morning. Well, let's just look where 495 is, okay? So here's your minor support, all right? And you can see now UNG is coming into, well, see that candle there? This would be major support. So we're coming into major support right through here. And we're kind of near the bottom of the minor support. So I would like to see a 10-minute uptrend, and it probably won't happen till the end of the day. All right, so in UNG, and I'd be interested in adding to my position for UNG down here around, let's see where I want to get some. Well, actually a 10-minute uptrend right around $5. If we get back going over $5, that would be interesting for me. So there's UNG. Silver and gold. Let's take a look at precious metals. Silver's in a downtrend with a lower low and a lower high. A lower high and a lower low. Closing Friday below the 3/8 trap. And also closing below the trend indicator and below the trend line, just as I said in the 5+5. And we've got a head and shoulders pattern forming here. So we really, you can see right here, it's just about to break, or it already broke. If we draw a line right through, let's put that there. Maybe drop this there. You can see if we break below that, we've got a downtrend right there. That would be our, this one's still attached. So anything below that would be the rubber band candle, and then a break of that would be over. So there's silver in a downtrend and setting up a head and shoulders. Gold. So gold's under a downtrend line, but not in a downtrend. It's still currently in an uptrend, making higher lows and higher highs. It still has not broke this low, but it has set a new lower high up here. Once we break this low right here, we could classify gold is in a downtrend. Silver is already in a downtrend, but gold still remains in its uptrend. So there's gold in the daily chart. Daily candle for gold on Friday, closing above the 3/8 trap below the trend indicator. So above the bearish 3/8 trap, but below the trend indicator. So gold just struggling here. So we'll see what happens. Maybe if the dollar comes down, gold could get inspired to move up. So we'll see what happens. We'll go check on the dollar next. Technicals. This is our T2122. This is Friday's price action. You can see we set equal lows and shot off into the buyer's chop zone and put in a little hook right there. See like a little J hook. Now we're looking for this to break out into the buy zone and the overbought zone. So we came out of the seller's chop zone and we transitioned over the midpoint into the buyer's chop zone. Like to see us get up here in the buy zone. We'll see what happens. There's T2122. T2123, red, green, red, green, red, green, and then at the end of the day they got on board, and you can see the space opening up over the trend indicator there. Nice work on T2123. T2123 3-bar chart. All right, we've got a whole lot of space still between trend indicator and price action. So we're currently on the 3-bar chart in a bear flag right there. Short-term bear flag. If you back out, we're in a bull flag. All right, so it's a bear flag within the bull flag. So we'll see what happens. FNGU. FNGU took off. You can see here's price action ripping over VWAP. Already gapping up in the morning. Nice work on FNGU. Started out green, ended green. Nice work on FNGU working that. You see the space, the green trend indicator balls. Whenever I see that, that's a really good sign the market's going to do well today, especially the SPY and the QQQ. So FNGU is really working well. Now let's go back and take a look at what I got for inventory, and then we're going to go, well, let's go ahead and do this. All right, so here's the daily dollar index. This is the US dollar index. This is a daily chart of it. And you can see right here, this is the July lows. This is the October highs right there. And then we got the failed high at the end of, November 1st right there. Failed to make a higher high. And then we came rolling down to the flat 200. And we bounced off of some major support right through here. All right, some major support, and it shot us back up to test this the backside of this flat 200. See, we got a bull flag, 9 days consolidation, and a breakout. We spiked the flat 200 from the bottom side, and we have not been able to close a candle on top of it. Now, if you're bullish in the markets, you really don't want a candle closing up there because stronger dollar makes us less competitive. So here we are. Here's the US dollar index. I like the fact that it's struggling here. I'm sure the banks don't, but I like the fact that it's struggling right here at the flat 200. It gives me hope that it will come back down to here and test this bull flag consolidation that we got. But it is hanging out here. All right. Got to call it what it is, creating again another bull flag right there. See that? Bull flag up off the major support, 9 days consolidation, breakout, and now we're consolidating right underneath that flat 200. So another bull flag in the US dollar. For the economic, calendar today. Monday, light day, not much happening today, all right? Tuesday, not much happening Tuesday. Money supply at 1 p.m. Wednesday, MBI mortgage applications at 7. PMI composite, 9:45. Another light day. Thursday, durable good orders. Okay, 8:30. Here's the big one. GDP at 8:30. All right, so this is going to show you how the dollar affects GDP. If we have a strong dollar, what it does is it creates less revenue because the conversion rate is more expensive for foreign countries. So when you go to look at your GDP, gross domestic product, that's goods and services that we sell to other countries, bringing revenue back to the United States. So it'll be interesting to see what the weak dollar did in this last month. So that'll be GDP. You can see right here we had weakness in the dollar, and that should show up really well for GDP with this weakness through here. All right, so we'll see what happens. That'll be the main event this week is GDP. International trade goods and trade in goods, all right, 8:30. Jobless claims, 8:30. New home sales, 10 o'clock. I guess the Fed speakers are taking the week off. I don't see one Fed speaker. Personal incomes and outlays at 8:30. Pending home sales at 10. So really light week. The main event is 8:30 on Thursday. Earnings. Let's go take a look at the earnings calendar. So we got 21 billion, 15 billion, Logitech. So light day for today. Tuesday, Johnson & Johnson, 388 billion. And Procter & Gamble, 350 billion. Netflix, 212 billion right there. It's starting to pick up here. You got some tech. You got some General Electric, some home builder stuff in there. Intuitive Surgical, RTX. I think RTX is defense. And Lockheed Martin, I know, is defense. Wednesday. All right, Tesla's going to report Wednesday. So this will probably be the main event before Thursday so far. You can see 674 billion, almost over half a trillion right there. ASML, 300 billion right there. And SAP, 200 billion. Thursday. Visa's going to report almost half a trillion there. Intel's going to report about 200 billion there. So we got earnings season starting to pick up. And on Friday, American Express, Colgate-Palmolive, those are the only big notables. So the big one is Tesla right here, and that'll probably affect the FNGU greatly. We'll see what happens. That's on Wednesday. Max Payne for today is 475. I don't see us going there, but that's where it is. And that's it. Let's go take a look at my portfolio, what I have in it now. Okay, I've got 3 of the 481 calls that expire today. I'll probably sell those at the open. I really don't expect a whole lot of, I expect maybe a spike of that SPY trend line I was showing you earlier, right there. Maybe a spike of that. Once that 10-minute trend ends, I want to be out of those calls. I'm expecting, but we'll wait for confirmation to see what happens. Once I get a 10-minute downtrend, either above VWAP or below VWAP, I'll probably put on a bear call credit spread. More than likely, I'm going to put on a couple of them for the rest of the week and the coming week. We'll see what happens. So I've got 3 of the 481 calls, 2 of the 482 calls, and 4 of the 473 calls. And I've got over 200% in those 482 calls. All right, so I bought them for 143, and you can see they're selling for over $5. So that's a double, and that'd be a triple right there. So I got calls that I made over 200% on. All right, I've got some puts. I got 34 puts. And to offset those 34 puts, I've got a bull put spread. And I sold 477 puts. Again, I'm looking for high of day to close out these puts that I've sold and possibly roll into some higher ones. I've got 4 days left. I might just leave them alone and let this run out. And I'll extract the premium from letting these expire. Hopefully, price action stays by Friday and doesn't close below 477. So we'll see what happens there. And I've got natural gas, which I spoke about earlier. I'm going to add to my position for natural gas. Silver, I'm not even going to touch it. Gold, I'm not even going to touch that. Not until we get the dollar in a downtrend. But natural gas, I am interested in the pre-market and at the beginning, sometime today, especially below $5. So we'll see what happens there. And that's it for the markets this morning. I will take questions in the room. I'd like to do some more work on spreads, and I'd like to record that so that I know there's a lot of members looking for information on how I do my spreads. So we'll take a look at those bull spreads and the bear spreads a little bit later on today. All right, and I'll take questions in the room right now.